concert ticket.
What kind volley?
Barking Shark.
Barking Shark. Well, we have a school that find them in Candy Vale.
Excuse me, what are you doing in the Candy Vale toilet? This is very strange behavior.
I lost my ticket! I found my ticket!
Okay, we'll do it. We're going to finish up with some other round for you. Thanks a lot for being a good audience. Candy Vale High School. This is our Fins Over Candy Vale tour, everybody. We're calling the tour Infested Waters 87.
It was here in Saigon that the Sharks had their first taste of international stardom. Their first album, Canine Crippler, sold out in the first 2.5 minutes of release. They also filled the Wanhunglo Stadium in a record 8.5 minutes. Another triumph for the man with the right name.
Excuse me, have you ever heard of the Barking Sharks? And who's your favourite band member? Did you see their last concert? And what were the highlights of the concert?
I got that He's smiling at
Do you have any messages to give to the band?
Okay, now I'm countdown. It's time for Molly. Here is. Thanks, Gavin. Yeah, well, following that recent successful tour by Bon Jovi. The hot news on the music scene at the moment, of course, is the Barking Shark. Returning to Australia, a great band. I've got with me tonight Alison. And Alison, tonight I'm going to do a plug for your album, The Mackerel Incident. One of your first. I'm sure you've all got The Mackerel Incident. A great album, one of the best. There's only been one album better than that I think's come out in recent years. And of course, this is the new album by the Sharks, Canine. Yeah, Canine Crippler. A great album. Do yourself a favour. Go and get it. It's a great album. It's out on White Pointer labels. And look, if I can just say, I reckon that this year at the Countdown Music Award, I'm going to stick my neck on the line here, and I reckon that this will take awards. This is a great album. And get it. Alright, we're going to go out tonight with one of the Sharks' favourite songs. Let's hear it.
Yes, Molly, it's Mark Clark and the Barking Sharks with a new one from Canine Crippler, Time and Time Again.
Back tonight, my love is coming back tonight.
We are indeed fortunate to be granted an audience with Mr. Mark Clark, who seldom gives such interviews. Thank you for the interview, Mr. Clark.
No, please, call me sir.
So, you have been knighted?
No, actually, I turned it down because I didn't see myself as a Queen's subject, you know. Well, obviously I was born in England because you can tell by the accent. And I still wear white socks on the beach, that sort of thing, you know, tan shoes on the beach. But, no, I don't call England my home.
A lot of controversy surrounds this, Sir Mark. Who exactly are your parents and where do you call home?
Well, they're two separate things, really, you know. I was born in Rochford, in Essex, England, 1959, and funny enough, if I can just tell you a story here, there were some strange sightings the night I was born. UFO sightings of strange astral phenomena. People, I don't know if it was linked to me, you know, but just the same, I started writing songs, and I wrote my first song when I was 2, and I wrote my first album I'd done by the time I was 6, and then by the time I was 8, I'd done my first rock opera.
Wow, your first rock opera at 8 years old?
No, 8 months old. I was a late developer. Now, well, anyway, getting back to the question you asked me. By the time I was 1 year old, I took my mum and dad and my dog Aids on a cruise around the Fijian Islands, you know. And everything seemed to be going beautifully. And then it happened.
What happened, Sir Mark?
It was a balmy night in the South Pacific. The waters were placid, everything seemed to be fine. And a 20-metre white pointer called Rosa surfaced from the bowels of the water and engulfed our ship, almost entirely engulfed our ship. My mum and dad went down, and dog Aids and me, we were swallowed down a gullet and into the stomach of that vast beast. And there we dwelled for 20 years, living mainly on seafood. And, well, I forgot about my parents, and I started treating Rosa sort of like a mother. In fact, I think of her as my mother. I think of the sea as my home. And we were very upset, Aids and I, when Rosa shuffled off a dorsal fin, and we swam out of her onto the beach as it happened at Palm Beach.
Do you still have AIDS, Sir Mark?
Nah, poor bugger. No, I don't have AIDS anymore. Well, it's a sad story, but Sid, Rosa's cousin, my mum's cousin, he come back claiming that we owed him some seaweed jewellery or something. Claimed we were responsible for mum's death, which of course isn't true. We love mum, but anyway, Sid, he tried to bite me, but he got AIDS.
Just to change tack for a moment there, Sir Mark, what was the true story behind the attempted assassination upon your life?
Well, that was a stupid geezer, that was. His name was Mad Dog Malone, and we played in a band called the Fingerlings. This is in early 1980, just after I got off onto the beach out of mum, you know. Well, I was playing bass, he was drumming, everything was going fine, but when I left the band and subsequently formed the Sharks, well, he was very upset and he followed us on our 84 leg of Iceland, I think it was, and had a shot at me. Silly git. I think he had an identity problem. I hate him! I'm Mark Clark! I am Mark Clark!
Sir Mark, in interviewing you, I've noticed that your on-stage persona is very different to what you are in real life.
Well, yeah, on stage I stay dry, you know, like I don't drink any water on stage, but off stage I have a compulsion to drink water to return to my roots, you know, you might say. I feel very much at home with the sea, and I like to drink a lot of water, and of course, it's my voice. I don't talk like this on stage. I think it puts people off, especially, so I like to talk with the voice where I'm playing, if you know what I mean. So in Australia I might say, Canley Vale, good night, something like that. Makes people feel more at home, I think.
Finally, I know I'm treading on thin ice here, but
yeah.
What is the truth behind the mackerel incident, Sir Mark?
The mackerel incident, well, we haven't talked much about the mackerel incident, have we? I'm not quite sure what the sort of management
comment, Mark.
think about it. No, I think no comment on the mackerel incident. I think if you would like to talk to some of the boys.
No comment, Mark.
All right, I got it. If you'd like to talk to some of the boys about the mackerel incident, well, fine. But I don't.
No
think you'll be
bleeding comment,
All right,
Mark.
I don't think you'll be finding out too much. That's enough anyway. All right. Stumm.
Here, in the teeming fish markets of Hong Kong, we have the inspiration for the Sharks' first album, the humble but very, very populous Mackerel. The Mackerel is involved in an incident which concerns a band which no one is very keen to talk about.
Now, you're the band manager, is that correct?
Of course I'm the band manager.
Would you answer a few questions for us, please?
Make them short and sweet, time is money.
Right, now, how did you first meet the Barking Sharks?
We met at Bondi, rainy night, but it was fantastic. The band was blaring, eardrums were busting, ambulances were coming, 6 people in the hospital with busted eardrums. Thought they were great, real money makers. Dropped all my other bands, took them all the way. Money, money, money.
Now, you've mentioned money. Well, the press in America said that you made $60 million from the last tour over there. Would that be accurate?
We're not a charitable organisation, but we have sold 4 million of the Canine Crippler, 6 million of the Mackerel incident before sales, and a double gold on top of that. Speaks for itself. Money.
So, we can take it that you are making a lot of money. What about the on-the-road incidents? Would those reports be accurate? We hear a lot of stories about their escapades on the road.
All reports are inaccurate, but people do tend to let their hair down at times, and Jason and Sandy and Chris and the girls are no different. They'll occasionally drive the car through the plate glass window. What's wrong with that? The occasional aeroplane gets torn to shreds, staff get abused, but we always pay for the damage and we always say we're sorry.
Okay, what about the Mackerel incident? That's what we wanted to ask you about. The
End of discussion, end of conversation, end of everything. We haven't got time. Time is money.